All right, so here's another one of those, well, pretty much useless projects. Now that I've got some drill bits somewhere, I'm not sure if I've done with them yet. Anyways, I've got some decent drill bits that I think might be carbide. I'm going to try to get this mess cleaned up on this uh, milling head, cutter head. So, anyways, I'm going to get this chucked up in the lathe here and see if I can get it centered up. Do I have enough reach? Get the live center out. It's got a little more reach to it. So bear with me a second here. And of course I gotta bump the camera now. There, that'll give me a little more reach. There. That should work pretty good. Guess I'm going to have to straight up move the camera this time because I got to get to the bottom cabinet and see if I can find the drill bit that I think I've got. Let's see how this guy's spinning first. Actually, it looks like it's got some wobble to it, but yeah. At any rate, we'll go with that. It's pause the camera here, and I'm going to see if I can find the drill bit I want. All right. Here's my drill bit options. I don't know if the color really shows up very well on the camera, but I'm assuming these are something fairly high quality. Walter Titex. Anyways, I don't know if they're carbide or what they are, but hopefully they're harder than my normal drill bits. So let's give it a shot and see what happens here. side now. Now, the million-dollar question is, where do I go from here? This, I think, is a little too big. Yeah, it's definitely too big. I have a sneaky suspicion it will eat my normal drill bits, but might give it a try anyways. That's another 3/8. Yeah, let me give it a try on one of my normal drill bits. Once I get it opened up far enough, I can hit it with one of the carbide boring bars, but till then, I need drills. Alright, so we shall see here. That does not sound good. Well, wasn't exactly perfectly sharp though either. Let's see. Alright, I'm going to pause the camera for a little bit while I sort out just exactly where I'm going to go from here. Alright, this guy appears to be carbide, so I'm going to give this a shot and see what it can do. It's a little bit bigger. I think if I can get through it with this, I might have a boring bar somewhere that's big enough, or small enough, I should say, to fit in there. Let's see what happens here. Ah, what a difference carbide makes. Nice to have some carbide stuff handy. Oh yeah. All right, now what? I'm going to pop this thing out and see what it looks like. See how far off I am from the actual bore of this thing. I think this thing's kind of welded itself together. I think that's kind of the gist of this. At any rate, I've got all the material removed from what would have been bolt, I guess, securing this thing. Now it looks like there's about just a little bit shy of 1/4 inch, 3/16 or so of material all the way around here that I need to figure out a way to get out of there. I guess technically, I'm sure I've got some carbide end mill. I could mount this on one of the rotary tables or one rotating device or another and use a milling cutter and get that out. I don't know how well I can chuck this up this way. I mean, that would kind of be the next thing, but I don't think the jaws are going to grab it anywhere. Yeah, the mounting blades for the cutters are in the way of that. All right, I'm going to have a think on this for a little while. All right, I got something that's a bit outside the box thinking-wise here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop off these jaws and I'm going to try and secure this thing backwards right here on the inboard section of jaws and see if I can get in there with this Kennametal insert holder that I scrounged up from Century. Looks like it's got some pretty bad damage on the end there, but you know what? I think I've got a better one that takes the same type of insert. I'm going to get these jaws popped off. I'm going to switch this out to the other boring bar holder, and I'll bring you guys back in a minute here, or a second. Yeah, whatever. Okay. See how wobbly that is real quick. Huh. It may not be too bad actually. Alright. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay over the blower running. Unfortunately I wasn't able to get this guy loose, so I'm gonna have to stick with this boring bar. And now the thing is getting close enough. Oh yeah, may not be so bad. Well, fortunately, this is another one of those tools that I scrounged up from Century about a week or so ago. So, kind of going to come in handy here, I think. All right. Let's see what happens here. Oh yeah, it's working. It's kind of hard for me to tell where to stop as I pull back, but I'm just kind of going to have to go by feel and see what happens here. Let's see if I can give you guys a little better view of what's going on here. Okay, well, you guys are kind of in my way at the moment, but I'll kind of work around you for a couple minutes here. Hopefully you guys kind of get the idea of what I'm trying to accomplish here. So I'm going to keep plugging away at it. I'm going to pause the camera for a little bit. I don't plan on getting all of the material removed right now, but I just want to get it down to where it's really, really close to the actual shell of this thing. So anyways, I'll bring you guys back after a bit. Okay, I've been working with this thing a little bit longer, well, quite a bit longer off camera, and I think I've got it to the point where the R8 hub or whatever should be just about paper thin on this thing. I'm going to try and see if I can peel the rest of this material out of there. If not, I will put it back in the lathe here and keep working at it that way. But I don't have this thing perfectly centered in the chuck, so I don't want to go too much further. If I can take a chisel, not a chisel, but a punch, and break these guys loose, that's what I'm going to try and do. So anyways, I'll pause the camera. I'm going to take this over to the vise, and I'll bring you guys along since you've been this long, or you guys have been, with me this long. All right, wish me luck here. Well, it's breaking away, so I guess that's a good sign. Turn this around. Definitely determined stuff. Let's see. Still not really quite there yet. Looks like I could maybe get something underneath an edge right there. It's one of those things where it's so close yet so far. I'm trying to keep these surfaces as much as possible so that this thing will remain fairly concentric when it's all said and done. But I just have to be really, really careful how I go at this right now. I'm going to see if I've got a small chisel that I can get behind that. I've just got a little air gap right there. I'm going to see if I can exploit that. Let's see what happens here. I don't think this chisel's quite small enough for this. All right, that is not quite going to work out, I don't think. Anyways, let's see. Let me try and get the chisel in behind there. Almost need a set of soft jaws in this vise to really grip this thing. Ooh, that's a good sign. Come on, baby. Work with me. Got a little piece chip off at me. Let me see what else I've got over here. This guy's pretty blunt, but see if it does anything for me or not. Alright, well, at any rate, it's not going to magically pop out of there while you guys are watching, so I'm going to go ahead and stop the video. I am pretty doggone close, but I'm going to have to just kind of pick at this and pick at this and pick at this to get it the rest of the way out and try to do as little damage to the interior surface of the actual shell mill as I can. So anyways, I'll catch you guys later.